Hello, Commanders fans. Today we have some hot news that you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming your way. Before we begin, we'd like to take this opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and stay up to date on all the news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which greatly strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the most passionate fans of the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. The Commanders have hinted at a possible destination for three-time All-Pro player DB. The Washington Commanders need reinforcements across their defense after finishing among the worst in nearly every statistical category in 2025. Fortunately, Washington has plenty of money to spend when free agency begins next month. Furthermore, the Commanders have the 7th overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and can sign an impact defender. While everyone understands Washington's urgent need for a top-tier defender, the secondary also needs reinforcements. The Commanders have cornerbacks Mike Sainristil and Trey Amos under contract. At the safety position, Washington will have the return of Quan Martin, Jeremy Reaves, Will Harris, Tyler Owens, and Percy Butler. Reaves, Owens, and Butler are best known for their excellent work on special teams, but Reaves has already proven he can play a pivotal role on defense when needed. However, the Commanders need to improve at the cornerback and safety positions in 2026. Resources will likely be added, probably at both positions. An interesting veteran may be available soon. The Miami Dolphins, who are undergoing a roster overhaul while rebuilding the team, are reportedly considering trading defensive back Minkah Fitzpatrick. The 29-year-old, a former first-round draft pick, has been selected to the first-team All-Pro and 5 times to the Pro Bowl. It's possible that if the Dolphins can't find a trade partner involving Fitzpatrick, they will waive him. Whether through a trade or a signing as a free agent, Brian Diardo of CBS Sports recently listed some plausible destinations for Fitzpatrick. Washington was among those potential destinations. These teams were grouped together because they also find themselves in similar situations. Although both desperately need reinforcements in their secondaries, they're coming off disastrous seasons in 2025. Would Fitzpatrick accept a trade to a bad team at this point in his career? If he did, he would probably prefer to go to Washington, since the Commanders reached the NFC Championship game just 2 years ago. Furthermore, they have a coach with proven defensive ability, Dan Quinn. To be fair, the Commanders shouldn't be lumped into the bad team category along with the Jets. New York is rebuilding, while Washington plans to strengthen its squad in free agency and the NFL Draft. Low-risk acquisition for recovery. Commanders should sign former NFL second-round pick in free agency. Kyle Duggar is emerging as one of the most interesting defensive players in the 2026 free agent class, and projections are beginning to point him toward a possible trade to the Washington Commanders. The team, led by Jaden Daniels, has been identified as a franchise that could benefit from a low-risk acquisition for the safety position. A former second-round draft pick, Duggar entered the league with high expectations and demonstrated that potential at times in his career. His physicality, reach, and versatility have allowed him to contribute in multiple roles, both near the line of scrimmage and in deep coverage. Recent evaluations point to Duggar as a candidate ready to redefine his market value after an inconsistent run marked by injuries and constant changes in responsibilities. For teams seeking potential without compromising the budget of an elite player, this profile could be attractive. The Commanders' defense has shown potential but still needs more stability in the secondary. Adding a player with Duggar's experience and draft track record could provide competition and depth to the roster, as well as offering the possibility of a significant return on investment. NFL analysts project the signing of Kyle Duggar by the Washington Commanders in free agency. Duggar could soon find himself in Washington for the upcoming season. This is detailed in an analysis by Greg Auman for Fox Sports. Duggar, 29, was released from the Patriots defense in a draft pick trade as part of the team's 2025 rebuild and ended up with the Steelers, voiding the last 2 years of a 4-year, $58 million contract.
He started 9 games in Pittsburgh with 2 interceptions, 1 returned for a touchdown. Therefore, the question is, what fraction of his former salary will he get in free agency? With a new coach in Pittsburgh, there's no obvious destination for Duggar, a low-risk signing for a potential turnaround. The Commanders' roster structure suggests flexibility to explore strategic signings, particularly on defense. Duggar's familiarity with complex schemes and his ability to cover tight ends and slot receivers make him a logical choice for a defense looking to improve against the pass. With free agency approaching, Duggar's next destination will depend on opportunity and belief in his potential. If Washington makes the offer,
The Washington Commanders are looking to take bold steps to get out of their slump in the free agency market. General Manager Adam Peters has money to spend, but that means nothing if the right strategy isn't in place. Most fans agree with this. They believe the Commanders should pursue a younger, more dynamic roster. Washington had the oldest roster in the NFL in 2025, and that was evident throughout the season. It was a deeply frustrating campaign where almost nothing went right, but at least Peters kept the team's future financial flexibility intact. But a bold prediction from an NFL expert doesn't quite fit what the Commanders should be pursuing this offseason. The Commanders should make a bold offer for Mike Evans in free agency, but that doesn't make sense. Connor Orr of Sports Illustrated believed the Commanders could take a big step by attracting wide receiver Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buffalo Bills are reportedly interested, but the analyst believes Washington could offer a tempting financial package to tip the scales in their favor. Despite the Bills' interest, Washington can invest more as they have salary cap space. The pressure to get Jaden Daniels to the Super Bowl before his rookie contract expires is real, and Evans is one of the most quarterback-friendly receivers in the NFL. Evans is a good player. He's a future Pro Football Hall of Famer and has been one of the league's most productive players since entering the NFL as a first-round pick in the 2014 draft. However, the wide receiver is nearing the end of his career, and the Commanders should be thinking long-term. The former Texas A&M star dealt with injury issues last season, ending his phenomenal streak of seasons with over 1,000 receiving yards since being drafted by the Buccaneers. Evans is still a nightmare for opposing defenses when he's in top form, but this seems like the kind of move usually associated with teams looking for the final piece to make the leap to success. Washington isn't in that category this time. It's hard to imagine a scenario where Evans ends his long career with the Buccaneers, but even if he were allowed to test the market, the Commanders shouldn't enter the fray. Peters needs to focus his financial resources on younger players coming out of their rookie contracts, players with the potential to develop throughout their prime years. There will be some exceptions, of course, but considering the money that would likely be needed to sign Evans, that seems unfeasible. At this time of year, nothing should be completely ruled out. Even so, signing Evans would send the wrong message to fans who demand change.